Hi, hi everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today I thought that I remember that it's been a while since my last video. So I got this opportunity today to rest a bit and why not record a new one. I must ask sorry for first of all for the background, which is not ideal and is not the best. I'm not the best on doing the setup for a video. I'm using my phone. Anyway, I don't have big gears, big tools for doing this. Also, it's extremely hot and humid in here, so I got my open shirt. Don't mind that. Even the ground is always a matter of uh, positioning for the right light around you and around yourself. Anyway, why this is a good opportunity for restart talking, and why maybe it's a good opportunity for yourself to start or to continue to hear and listening about these stories on this channel. Not because are the fanciest, not because have the best uh, pictures or the best video, best background, etc. Quality of image, but because I think I'm doing again like last year, so for the second time, let's say something that is open-minded and can be life-changing, and for sure is helpful, and I think should be for sure could be, but also should be done by a lot of people. But I realized that I noticed that not many people actually know how to do this, which for me now it feels normal, is easy, let's say, to do, but from the outside, without knowing all the background, would be difficult to understand, and I get that. So let's put all of this in a context. So this is a channel where I try to talk a bit about traveling in a quite different way. I mean, I'm following, as you can hear, I'm not British or American, let's say. I'm from Italy, and I've been living in UK for a few years now. I think that by talking in English, first of all, is helpful to me, and second thing, I think can be reached by a bigger amount of people, by more people than in Italians. I've been following for years, I think, and I'm still following YouTubers. Most are probably Italians, but not all of them, definitely. So I know that there is some kind of culture about, or maybe let's say knowledge about this in Italy. It's not the most common thing, but they know. I don't know too much about, for example, UK, so that's why I want to explain a little bit more. So, which kind of travel? This is not about holidays. It's not about trips, like something that you do in a weekend when you stop, or during a bank holiday, or when you had your normal holidays in August or Christmas time or whatever, or whenever. It can be done, of course, because it's a matter of mindset and how you approach things, how you approach a trip or a travel. So what kind of thing is this? Is a cheap way of moving between places. The closer, as close as possible to the locals, to the culture of the place, which, I mean, it sounds a bit obvious, because you can try to do this also in a holiday. If you buy a package, I don't know, all inclusive, where you go to sleep in a desert and then you have the tea in Morocco, for example, with nomad people, and Berber, with Berber clothes, blah blah. But the truth is that what I'm doing and what I'm trying to do is working, sorry, working for a period, stop, then stop working. Obviously, during this period, I save as much as you can, as much as I can. Not everyone can do this, of course. I don't have mortgage, I don't have family, I don't have big responsibilities, and I don't want them at the moment. So that in the other period, let's say during the year, during a calendar year, I can go, I can pack my stuff, not all of them, even if I'm a minimalist, but I can do a bag like this, which is not actually a proper backpacker bag. In fact, I still have some stuff around, second bag, and all of these that obviously when you leave from, when you start from UK and it's 6 degrees is cold, you have an umbrella as well, and then you have to come in places like this, which is India, where it's humid and really hot, so you start to struggle with space. But anyway, this is another story. So yeah, try to travel for a long period. If you want to stay around, to go around for months, you must decide how you want to do it. So you can have a lot of money and try to go with all the comfort possible. Sorry, I just check because someone else will come. This evening time will keep receipt. Okay, take mine. Right. Yeah, because when you travel, you are in contact with people around you. Anyway, you can go spending a lot of money because you have been saving a lot, or because you have a lot, and there's nothing wrong with that. But in my opinion, this is a personal opinion, you don't get the true experience from where you actually are or where you go, because you tend to stay in a sort of bubble, comfort zone, etc., where you don't see things for real. So it is a choice. What I choose is and what I've been choosing and what I'm doing now is going cheaply, so that you can stay longer, and you get the best, go closer, because it's a bit hard to explain, but there are ways of going cheaply, which are using public transport, like for example, I'm in India because I wanted to travel here for a bit, like last year. So you go with general classes on India Railways train. You go with the general buses. So you save a huge amount of money, and this is not the only thing. You can sometimes stop from staying in hostels, for example, or really cheap guest house like this one. I mean, cheap is a couple of pounds, or 3 or 5 or 6 maximum. You can stop and doing things like couch surfing and work away, which are only two of the things that I'm using it, because are the one that I know better. But there are so many. There are things like woofing, there are pet sitting, house sitting choices, which they require you to do something more than just be there and waste, consume, and do your routine, watch places and do pictures. They require you to spend time on the phone, looking around, watching things and searching and looking, etc. but it's extremely rewarding, and it's extremely good for you. I've done many times. Couchsurfing is, just to introduce a bit, I'm sure that maybe people that look at this, watching these videos, they already know about these things, or maybe they want to try, or they have done before already. But anyway, for those that they don't know, they have never tried, Couchsurfing is just a platform like Facebook or whatever. Let's say is a platform where the host has a profile and you guest as a profile. The host has spare rooms, spare places, and the site will not rent them because they don't need extra money, or they don't want to do it in that way, and they simply host people, guests, by doing free hospitality. They open their doors and you can sleep in their place. You can eat, you can have a shower, you can have a washing machine, and basic things that when you travel and you backpack and you sometimes are in need. Normal things. Why they do this and why you have to do this? Because I don't know, 6-7 people or out of 10 they say you're mad or they are mad because you open the door of whoever, and they're gonna kill you in a bad way. And the truth is that it's a matter of culture, so not expecting anything good in UK or in Italy or in Western countries, because food culture is so far from that mentality. I mean, it's not all bad, obviously, but let's say the general thought of people, way of thinking of people. And when you go in other countries, like Arabic countries, for example, they know how to host people, even if, okay, TV tell us really bad things about this population and blah blah. Anyway, there is good and bad everywhere, of course. Yeah, Couchsurfing is this. The other way is Workaway. Workaway is another platform where the host is in need of help. Can be with animals, farming, looking after kids, DIY, small buildings. Normally they are connected and they are related to eco projects, off-grid living, self-sufficient style of living, let's say growing food, growing all vegetables and fruit, stuff like that. Or maybe it's an NGO and they need to teach English to people, or they want to help, for example, they found many places here in India, they want to help take kids out of the streets to try to tackle possible, really bad luck for these people, really bad way of living, and they try to organize something good for the community. So they have an account, they have a profile, and they look for you. And if you look for an experience, and which is not only stay for free in a place, but really get the inside view of a place, of a way of living of the people around you, this is the best way. I've done it in Egypt last year, in the Aswan island, where the Nubian people are still building houses with mud, lime, and palm leaves, etc. And they are really trying to preserve this way of living. But obviously they need help because no more people are still there, and no more people still want to continue because Western way of living, American, etc., is obviously has reached already the biggest part of the world. I've done that. I've done a couple of workaways in India as well last year. I worked in a mango trees plantation. I used to milk to milk cows, to look after plants, to do some gardening, and to cook, which is another big thing, cooking. Because obviously every country, every people has their own way of growing, buying, producing, and cooking and consuming food, which is a big part of the travel and big part of the culture of the place. So I've been cooking all the time, most of the time, just to say, okay, this is how we do it. Hopefully you appreciate. If not, is a cultural exchange anyway. So plate of pasta dish for everyone, everywhere I've been. So yeah, this has been like few experiences which I've done. And so yeah, this is getting so really boring. Yeah, 15 minutes. Anyway, yeah, these are few ways of saving money in a long trip. Why? What is the reason why I'm saying that? Because I've got time. I've got a couple of hours. I'm waiting for the owner of this place coming and for the rent. For paying tonight. Where I am. A little introduction. Last year was my first long-term traveling. I mean, there are people that they are overlanding with a truck. They've been doing that for years, 10 years, 9 years, across America, Africa, or whatever. I'm following them as well, solar, etc. But on my own, I discovered all that this late, so I'm grateful anyway to have managed to start. So last year I stopped in March, working in March in UK in the F1 field, and I went to Morocco for a short trip where I've been hitchhiking, couchsurfing all across the western coast between Agadir and Essaouira all the way to Marrakesh. After that I've been flying to Egypt, where I stayed a month. I've been everywhere from Aswan, the really south, to the really north of Alexandria. I've done touristic things as well because I really wanted to see these amazing things like pyramids, etc. So yeah, I've done touristic things as well, but this was one of my, let's say, things on the bucket list, so I must do that. And then I've been balancing the period of 1 month, the 1 month period with a work away and certain stays. After that, I was a little bit unsure where to go, but I gave it a go to the Emirates. It's a really expensive trip, but I tried to go cheaply by staying in, heard that, capsule hostels, which you can do that in Dubai and in Abu Dhabi as well. I started to discover all the, let's say, eastern side of the world, a lot of Indians there, and so I started to taste and try samosa and chai, etc. And after a short period, in 10 days or less in the Emirates, it was too hot at that time. I went to India, and this was finally the open-minded thing about this, because it's just another life. So it's impossible to explain, and you have to try if you wish. I stayed 1 month in India, done 2 workers, like I say, and I've been moving a bit on my own with my bags, pretty much out of the touristic routes, and also it wasn't a touristic period, so I didn't see many tourists, almost no one. From Mumbai, Goa, Hubli, Hampi, and all the way to Bangalore to fly away. and at that time was already late April, and in my mind I wanted to stay away no more than 4, 5, 6 months. So I say, okay, India is gonna be the first place at the moment. Also because if I wanted to continue go Southeast Asia, for example, or East in general, I was about to face the rainy season and monsoon season, which is a disaster if you are backpacking. And so that's why I have this from India last year, because a couple of days, well, almost a week, it was raining. So obviously when you travel, it's not like a holiday, so it's not always roses, it's not always that everything goes well and like you wish, but you have to face what is happening. For example, burn yourself on the first day after a year, 7 months in UK. Not the first few days, after the first few days. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. And after that, I decided to start to slowly go back to Europe, let's say Italy or UK, through Oman. I stayed 8 days in Oman. I spent zero or maybe something, obviously the flight and a bit of food, because I've been hosted by Sam from Muscat. He's Indian. He's now in Mumbai for 2 months, back home for a bit. And I didn't manage to meet him yesterday and today, so but I will. I try to do it while I'm still here. And Oman was amazing. It was extremely hot. It was just me around. Everyone else was in shopping, like Dubai and Abu Dhabi was in shopping centers, inside the car ordering everything, and at home or at work. So it was challenging. This guy hosted me and I had the best time, especially because I met other people coming to his place through work, through couchsurfing. I met this Indian guy that has been a hitchhiking forever, all across Sri Lanka, India, a bit of Southeast Asia, and now, if I'm not wrong, he's in Nepal. Anyway, you meet this kind of people, which surprisingly are the people that you find more comfortable with. I mean, you feel I felt so connected, with these people. Even if you meet them a day and then easily after a couple of days you say goodbye, but I've been sharing the same interests. So you can live in a place like I used to, like I'm still doing, and then not feeling collecting at all with anyone, with most of the people, and with the environment and with everything is around you, and then you go in the outside of the world and you say, oh, why there are these people that I found these people that are actually like me, with my way of thinking, like-minded people, and this is the best feeling. So I wish everyone can have this. I know we are all different, so people that are living in UK, in Italy or wherever, they are feeling that, and they are feeling part of the place or the job that they do and the life they do, so it's good for them. But I can definitely say that I met the best people with the best vibe and my life views by traveling. So let's say only in the last year, from last year on, and I'm still in touch with them, and it's amazing. As much as I grow and I become old and older, it's more challenging because you get tired. It's demanding for the body and the mind, but it's worth it. So I still do that. Yeah, that's why I'm here again. Anyway, yeah, Oman. After that, I was close to Europe. I went through Turkey and then to work away to couchsurfing by and I've been hosted by two Iranian guys, two different Iranian guys, best people in the world right now. And after that, I took a bus. I went to Greece, Thessaloniki. I stayed. I've done a work away with Anne, which I say hello and thank you again. Hi and thank you again, and maybe see you again. I've done a work away. This English lady, which spent some time every year in Thessaloniki. Oh, actually, in a small village not far from Thessaloniki, Messineri, if I'm not wrong, if I remember well. And she has been living there for a while anyway, before, and not only there. She has been a traveler, and she has been married. She has a son who is a businessman now in Thessaloniki anyway. I've been looking after the house and the garden, and we went to Thessaloniki together, doing simple, normal, everyday things like going to the market or going to pay the insurance of her bike or stuff like that. But that allowed me to get in touch with people. Otherwise, I would just have stayed in a place in Thessaloniki and go around the city, the squares, to spend a lot of fun. I could know the neighbors. I could help them pruning or cutting trees and doing stuff like that, which they are terribly in need anyway. So that would be a good business as well. You know, it's also a way to discover things. If you want to change something in your life, maybe you do an experience like that, and you see potential opportunities everywhere. This doesn't mean that everything is possible, but at least you can give it a go, and at least you manage to know these situations. Anyway, yeah, after that, Greece, 27 minutes, okay, no one is gonna watch this. Anyway, it's a good training for me, and maybe someone want to, yeah, some people can skip from 5, 10, 15, and so on. I went back. I've been flying to Bulgaria for a week. Yes, and that was the end. That was the end, pretty much. Yes. After that, I moved back in Italy. Let's say I've done an interview in UK first, while I still had all my stuff. Anyway, and then I spent 40 days at home in summertime, and that's it. Then I restarted in September. I restarted to work in UK for 6 months. That was the best. Well, yeah, the best time, because I've been in a way these contracting jobs which allow you to have a flexible lifestyle, earning money, saving, and then having the opportunity to go, giving you the opportunity to go. So I'm grateful for that, because I managed to discover that, and I found people, places, agencies, jobs, etc. Offices which allowed me to go and to go for it and do that. So thank you. And last week I've been flying back in Mumbai, where I've been staying for 2 days, and now I'm in Nasik, not far from Mumbai. Well, it's about 4 hours by train, and I will continue my journey on the east, through the east, and somewhere, still don't know. Yeah, that's my plan for this travel. So yeah, this was for introducing a bit more, or just a bit for people that don't know yet about these things, about traveling, etc. And for people that have been watching all the videos, they know that now I'm redoing for the second time, and I will have more stories to tell. And especially because last year I focused the the biggest part of these videos on the budget for each country, on the budget which I had in my mind. I had the goal to try to spend 10 euro a day. I ended up spending less anyway. So for some people this is crazy, and especially once back in UK last year in September, and especially then when I got close to go away again, February, March this year, I had to face that again. So people say, okay, you're mad, and I love that. I love that, because you want to try to explain until a certain point, and then you draw a line, and the rest is yourself. So it's good, it's the best, because you don't have to tell everything to everyone and to try to convince people on what to do, and try to say that it's the right approach or right things to do. So this year I had a different approach, try to take it secretly until I could with everyone, even my family, which in part they know from the beginning, because I think is right, it's something that I want to do. And if people mind, and people are interested, they can go on YouTube and search for this stuff or anywhere else. If not, that's it. Everyone is different. So there are so many contents about these things, and all these contents, the one that I watched, the one that I read, all the books, etc., helped me to make decisions about life and doing stuff like this. So I'm grateful, and for saying thanks, I want to do my small bit for helping maybe potentially other people doing the same, especially if they are interested in these things. So yes, that's it for today. It's just the start of the travel, and time is running out, definitely. I'm gonna meet now the host, give him some money for tonight. Today last night and tonight I will stay in this place on my own, which is a bit strange, because I started in Mumbai. It was a shock after 7 months UK, and where you spend most of your time inside because it's cold and tight, weather is miserable, and you don't know what to do outside. You don't know, there's nothing apparently to do other than going to the pub, and obviously if you're not living there with your family, etc. And you came here after 4 flights, because I went cheaply, so I spent less than 180 pounds, 175 pounds to come to India. Obviously was demanding, so I had to go for a 4 flight, almost 2 days of traveling, and then I came here not extremely hot, but really hot, really humid, and I came in Mumbai. I stayed in hostels, really cheap ones. I've been meeting a lot of people which were saying, come on, you're really staying with us, we are Indians, you are white skin, why you are not going in a better place, etc. And when you explain that the reasons, they are just bad. They give you what they have, not that you give them what you have, but they just give you, they will just want to give you something, and they don't stop to say thank you for coming, and welcome to India and whatever, which is amazing. Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, we must learn a bit this behavior. So yeah, it was a shock. So today I had to, yesterday I took the decision to stay a bit on my own, because I needed to reset and wash some stuff and organize a bit the next steps. So sometimes the traveling is like that, because it's demanding, you are on the road most of the time, and sometimes it's hot, and that's why this is so different from a holiday, because the holiday you tend to plan as much as you can when you're home, and then you go and you hope that everything is going to be like you planned. And when you travel for a week or two, you can do that as well, but when you plan to stay away for months, you can't. So all I had was the flight, and then once I was sure that I would be able to reach Mumbai, so after the third flight, I booked the first hostels, and from there on. So today I ended up here in Nasik, and tomorrow I think I will go to the famous Ellora Caves, which I normally don't do. I mean, don't do touristic things, but it's just a mind-blowing place, so I want to see that. And anyway, this has already been too long. Thanks for watching, and thanks if you are gonna watch this or listen to this words. And yeah, stay tuned for other videos. Maybe I will do something in Italian as well. And yeah, for telling you something hopefully interest about what it can do with the small amount of money that you've been saving during your life. Okay, thanks for watching, and see you again. Bye.